literally so early in the challenge, and I can't believe I'm already at this point of fried. Tired again. When am I not tired? That's the thing, right? Truly hate is that, like, when I give my body permission to rest and to sleep in, my body's like, nope. It actually wakes up earlier than usual. I mean, I feel more well rested than last night, which is saying something. I'm coming to the conclusion that you have a certain number of creative decisions that you can make per day, and then if you use them on something else, then another thing you can't use your creative decisions on. I feel like I spent most of the day yesterday editing, thinking like, okay, we're gonna change it up, we're gonna like see if writing at night is better, but I feel like my brain was so fried from making those creative decisions during video editing that when it came down to it at the end of the night, I was just exhausted. If I have any downfall going into this, it's that I push myself too much and like I kind of crack underneath the pressure, even though I'm the one applying pressure to myself. Today I'm going to write something really short. I have something in mind kind of this morning while I was just lying in bed. I'm writing a piece right now that has a lot to do with Filipino heritage and also what it's like to be in the Philippines. I wanted to do it definitely some justice and kind of trying to remember what it's like to be in the Philippines. You've been with my channel for a while. I visited the Philippines a couple years ago before my study abroad in Taiwan. I spent a month there with my grandma, and it's been one of the most incredible experiences that I've ever had. I still think about it a lot, and I've been watching footage of my old vlogs. I mean, a part of me is like kind of embarrassed about my vlogs and everything. Sometimes it's nice to be able to look back on things and reflect and remember and be there and like visually see what it was like. I miss the Philippines sometimes. I miss my grandma especially. She's been there for the past how many years because of COVID and other reasons, and so yeah, it's nice to kind of reminisce. What kind of music is this?
So today we are going to the farm. My grandma has rice fields over there. We're gonna check it out. And then later we're having a basketball game where my
green that is. I just remember the Philippines being really peaceful. Like, I think that was the first time I would ever felt true peace. There was no internet connection at my grandma's place. It was just so green, and I just felt really in nature and also super connected with this heritage I'd never really connected with before. Still, when need be, she could bite back a remark. Still, when need be, she could bite back a remark witty as any in Tagalog, her mother tongue. Language, English reading. These were the things. Language, English reading. These were the things we commonly shared. Throughout that summer, we had spent afternoons like this, reading our books in the thick Filipino heat. In the dense Filipino heat. In the thick Filipino heat. It was together we would live. Together. It was together that we would lose ourselves in the world, in the worlds contained in our books. Together we'd be still in our silence. Together we would lose ourselves. It was together that we would lose ourselves in the worlds contained in our books. Together we'd be still in our silence, hungrily turning pages. Occasionally, aimless thoughts would pepper our minds, and we'd lift our eyes up to each other. Hi everybody. I don't know what day it is. I really don't know. I think it would be day 5 or 6 at this point. I think the word for today might be radical. Obviously, I've been keeping up with the challenge, but in all honesty, it's been kind of difficult. I think that this is true. I am getting burned down in a lot of different places. Not only is my mind going to this new Freewrite Frenzy, but it's also going to editing YouTube and social media and everything that comes with promoting yourself when it comes to being a creative person. I can just feel my brain being exhausted that I cannot make any more creative decisions. So I think I just need to take better care of myself. I went to the gym earlier, watched TV for the first time in a while, and I think also I'm finding this challenge particularly exhausting because writing itself is a very emotional experience for me. I emote a lot, I get in all my feels. I think that there's less space for me to feel. I've been busier, I've been experiencing life. It always seems like a lot to ask for myself to sit down at my laptop and just feel things for 3 hours, and to really think about everything that's going on in my life and how I feel exactly about that. It's exhausting. I don't know how to get better about that. Gonna try and figure that out. Try and get all the emotions out, you know, get in that sad space of mind that I'm so good at for my writing. I can't help comparing myself to how I was last year. I feel that I was a lot more freer. I had more space last year. I experimented, did weird things, and now this year it's just a bunch of... I don't even know what it is. I just feel that it's just not as open as it was. But also last year was kind of a mess for me, right? I feel like last year was all about heartbreak and like weird stuff like that. Maybe I just need more heartbreak in my life right now, all the sad stuff. And I'm just in such a good place emotionally that I'm not used to accessing emotions when I don't currently have them. If I can akin it to anything, it would be like in Avatar, you know how Zuko has been fighting against Aang and trying to chase him down for years on end, and then when he's finally Aang's firebending master, he can't teach Aang how to firebend. It's because he has been using anger to fuel his firebending for so long, and then he has to find a new purpose for his firebending. And so maybe that's me in a weird way. I am so good emotionally right now. I mean, I have my ups and downs, but for the most part, it just feels, I'm just overall content with life. And maybe that's just a shift that I'm experiencing. And I have to be better in some ways when I write because I need to access deep emotions without me currently being in the storm of them. Again, I wish I took an acting class. I feel in some ways that would help. Maybe this is just another hiccup in my writing journey I'll eventually have to overcome. So you go through waves, sometimes it happens, and it's not always bad. Oh my god, this just reminds me of my vlogging days. Oh boy. Today's actually a pretty chill day because I'm not working today. I actually work half-time at a company, so today's my day off. It's a really nice day. Look how sunny it is. It's like, look at that brightness. That's just the natural sun. Yeah, I think I'm gonna read outside today. So, one thing that I really love about Tolkien is just his mastery of language. He uses words, regular words, in a way that I wouldn't necessarily picture. And he does it with such ease. And he's also really funny. Just situationally, how he writes is really funny. He just kind of pokes fun at his characters, pokes fun at the situation. You can always kind of hear his voice present throughout this entire thing. It's just something that I really enjoy about Tolkien, even though I'm still on The Hobbit and I understand it's a children's book. But yeah, I've just been enjoying it. The word today is nightmare, and I think nightmare is such a heavy word. You know, it automatically changes the tone of what you're writing, even if you don't use it in a literal sense of I had a nightmare, or even if you use it in its abstract sense of it was nightmarish, it felt like a nightmare. It just automatically changes everything. Is this just gonna be a weird Freewrite Frenzy where the word just doesn't make any sense at all? Because usually I can slip it in. Usually I can use it in some creative way. This, it's so, I don't know. I think this is just gonna be a time where nightmare doesn't make that much sense. And I'm okay with it because I'm actually pretty happy with this piece overall. I did my best. It'll be interesting how I actually figure out a way to add nightmare into this. This is the pain that I put onto myself in doing this challenge. Hi everyone, this is future Lauren, or present day Lauren. If you followed me on Instagram, it's pretty obvious that I stopped doing Freewrite Frenzy about midway through the challenge. It was a lot, trying to balance everything, but I think the bigger decision came from I could just feel myself being ready to focus on my vignette collection. Freewrite Frenzy has always been a great way for me to explore my creative process, and trust me, it's not a challenge that I take lightly or that I'm gonna completely throw away when it comes next year. It was honestly like a very enlightening experience, but I realized that my creative priorities were elsewhere. You know, it was just like the right time to focus in on the vignette collection. I took Freewrite Frenzy as an opportunity to kind of take a step back from the vignette collection and hope to come at it with a fresh pair of eyes. And I could just feel myself throughout Freewrite Frenzy being like, I just really want to work on the vignette collection. I just want to get it done. Sarah and Leo gave me some really incredible feedback that I've been like simmering into my mind. So I decided to stop it midway through, and honestly very happy that I decided to do it because you guys, like, the vignette collection is coming together. It's probably been the easiest amount of editing that I've done in a while. I just feel like I have a clearer path on how to continue forward. I hope you guys liked this video. I'm hoping to release more videos in the future. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me. Also, comment below, like, what's your book that you're reading right now? I'm very curious. It's a new year. I need more book recommendations, so it would be very helpful for me. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.